No, that's not how I do it. Just do what you do, break the format. It's more difficult to break best of one because the deck list should be in Stream Decker. Let me know if that's not working. It should be working. It's a more difficult format to break. All right, Luna, you're gonna like hit my Stream Decker and mess things up. You cannot go on the table. Now I'm just gonna be covered in cat. This cat sheds more than any cat I've ever seen in my life. Bridgewalker's not a bad draw there, especially if it hits us a land. Nope. Oh, that's the card that we want. Well, I guess I don't know what Tranquil Expanse means. Alright, good. We at least drew a land, so we should be able to function. Alright, perfect. There's no better feeling than a 3-2 against potentially a token deck when you also get the land out of it. Probably budget fog. Getting rid of that find does really suck. Oh no, we'll keep that on the library. We have our 5th land now. So everything should be good. How is this? Alright, well, ranked is way easier. Alright, so I can do it here. Let me know if that changed the audio too much. We're starting the ranks up in gold. I tilted off because I was halfway through gold 4. Maybe I got to gold 3. I don't remember. And then I just plummeted. I lost a bunch. Oh, yeah. Maximilian III. Luna is a wonderful cat. I couldn't ask for better cats. They're precious. But when you're trying to work, they're not afraid of just getting in your business. I definitely, obviously that card would be better if it could do that, and there's been times that I want that, like Star of Extinction, it just counters that card. So it probably would be too good. I also do like the design space of just making sure everything does stuff to your opponent's stuff, so like nothing just gets broken. They don't just miss a weird interaction. I really just like it when they just miss some, like they've made a few of those mistakes lately. I hate this deck. Like, one of the big examples is Hostage Taker. They had to rat it immediately, or it would just combo with the Harbinger.
Yeah.
Oh, Boiling Hades, thank you so much for the Prime subscription. You're now a part of Brad's Bards. And it's a little too soon. I'm just setting it up. I have to make sure I have a day or two before I really go live with it, because I just have to make sure it's set up properly. But I will happily announce right now that I will be having a Brad's Bards Discord, so anyone is invited, but there will be special content in there for subscribers. So still setting that up, but I saw BBDs. I'm part of Brian's Ghost Council, and I thought it was fun. I thought I'd make one for everyone that shows up in my stream. I am also working on emotes. It takes time. There's so much to be done. I'm also trying to beat Siren Storm Tamers. You know, I think don't think we're gonna win this one. What's a Discord? It's a community for just hangouts. That's not good. Hopefully Doom Whisperer resolves. So we'll Chupacabra, play Doom Whisperer. Yeah, it's just a cool community chat room. I'll have some fun stuff in there, just a place to hang out. A place to also contact me or get me information that's more easily available. We'll have different channels for just hangouts, for tournament preparation, as well as it's going to be a resource for me to dump some random knowledge that I've like grown over the week that wouldn't make my article for that week for Star City Games that I can give to subscribers. So I think it'll be a lot of fun. Thank you so much, CW Hitman. So the big question is, will Doom Whisperer resolve? Alright, it did. So potentially our opponent's flooding out. I'll still trade here and try to race. It's going to be more difficult. So what do we need? A Wild Growth Walker is step one. That's not going to do it because we're going to drop to 2 on the following turn. So we're going to have to play this other Jade Light Ranger trying to find it. Alright, we'll attack down to 10. And we do have lethal on the crackback, so. But if they just have one blocker, that'll be enough. Maybe I should have kept that on. No. Yeah. We couldn't accrue lethal on the crackback if they had a blocker. Twitch chat deck design? I was thinking, that's a possibility. I know that a lot of people do like that. It'll be something that I'm going to do after like the big events. Awesome. I should not have won that game. I have no idea how. They just flooded out really poorly. There's definitely going to be some cool stuff. I like doing that kind of stuff after a format kind of stagnates, but while the format's still functioning, I think something I can provide to the community is tournament preparation sort of thing. So I'm going to try to keep once the new set comes out, I'm going to try really hard to make sure that my content's a lot about finding the best decks. That's also what I enjoy out of Magic. Llanowar Elves out of our opponent is not nice. Plus we have this Wild Growth Walker, but at least we have Chupacabra for something early. No. It didn't load up. Alright. The Revealing Cast down. Alright, that's actually kind of nice to just have this for a little bit earlier. How do you think the new 10 Shockland format? It's going to change things just like it did last time. It's definitely going to be interesting. Scooter, that's the plan. That's exactly, hit it on the head. My plan, I've got some really cool things coming up. I don't want to announce anything too soon in case they fall through. But I've been working a lot on just trying to do some awesome things. So let's... I think it's best to just play Ravenous Chupacabra, kill this Llanowar Elves, then play Carnage Tyrant to brick these two creatures off, and we can always finality them. Let's just make sure our opponent isn't able to play like a Vivian next turn. Let's get this Carnage Tyrant down first. I mean, we could also double block, and we don't really care about these creatures. I mean, Wild Growth, once we draw one of our 8 Explorers, will gain us some life, which is nice, but a double block doesn't even seem that bad either. Definitely decks are going to be Uh, oh, that's great. That is traumatizing.
It's magnificent, is what it is.
So they just chuped our wild growth. That's cool. All right, we'll go to 9. This stream interface is brilliant. Are you referring to my face on a stream or Arena in general? Because if it's Arena, then that is very true. If it's my face, I might not exactly agree. It's horrifying.
It's so good.
Amber was trying to get work done today, and instead she just made this. Oh, I feel, oh no. Okay, it's only 1. Alright, we are definitely casting finality here. 100% casting finality here. I don't want to worry about our opponent playing a Midnight Reaper or getting their own Carnage in. Just found your new wallpaper. I think I could do better. I think we could do better. Alright, we'll graveyard that. Play Midnight Reaper, start getting in with this 9/8 Carnage Tyrant. So anyone else in chat watch BBD stream last night? Anyone? Fiendma, we'll find out how good Rakdos the Showstopper is. If that card has a sweet one, I might. But I watched his stream a lot last night. He would not play this deck, and now we're 3-0. That just seems foolish to me. What's GDQ? Well, we're on the play, but this hand is really expensive. I don't even know if it's supposed to be a keep. I'm going to mulligan it. Oh, cool. That's a really good cause. BBD has been known to act like a fool. BBD's username is MTGBBD. Go give him a follow. His content's really good. I'm jealous, actually. I had so much fun watching the stream last night. I was even like trying to work, and I was just locked in. I had to like shut it down and come back. I'm gonna attack because if Chain Whirler comes down, I just missed 2 points, and I don't think this is going to matter for blocking. I mean, I guess roast, but it's tough. Just a really tough turn. Yep, I could have blocked here. Well, we'll hold it back and kill this runaway. I did see the Priest of Forgotten God spoils. I am pretty excited about that card. Maybe I should have done this on my turn because they could respawn with something and then get something off, but... Alright, Wild Growth Walker off the top one time, please. Or I will take a giant... Okay, this card seems really good for best of one because this is... Oh, yeah. I think I have the Life to Spare to dig once. Yeah, probably not. It is windy out today. Yeah. Alright, perfect. We actually drew a spell. A good one. This deck does seem pretty good for best of one, I'm not gonna lie. Misplaced Ginger graveyard for that though. Has built some really good Golgari decks. See, I kind of after the Invitational took a break, but he just kept going. Stream is better since I'm a mod, of course. Smiley, are you one of his mods? I will definitely do a mod. So I'm going to confirm with him. I am looking for responsible people that can help me make this great. I just want to make sure I don't fill it up with a bunch of people that I don't, you know, can't really get into contact with and stuff like that. I have not. I'm going to wait. I'm going to take action again.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Mark Clausen, thank you for the Prime subscription. You are now a Bard's Brad, and once I get my Discord set up, we will have an exclusive room just for you to hang out. But that's once we get there. Another sweet creature off the top. And one turn clock. Don't think... We'll keep that. I don't think we can lose. They both have 2 power, so that's great. This doesn't really matter, though. But I might as well attack with it. TGBBD, you've been in the room. Hey, is Smiley one of your is he one of your mods, or are they one of your mods? No, Scooter, it's fine. I'm gonna give the old BBD a mod. And were you here to see what Amber made me? Because I can get her to make one for you. If you'd like one. Alright, so... Alright, I will take action again. Decline. You can just look at your cards and lose. Yeah, it was. It was a montage of my face. Here, I'll send it to you so you can keep it. It's yours. I'm sending it to you on Facebook right now. Nope, not going to do that. I just thought about it. Just 1 second of common sense made me realize that is probably not a good choice. I know! Kerrigan, that's exactly what I felt like when I was watching BBD last night. Alright, another decent hand. I would love to get a Wild Growth Walker, though. Alright, so I don't... what's in the list spiral for Todd's? What's different? Alright, have a good day, BBD. If I can even call this a deck, that is just aggressive. I watched you lose so many games last night. So many games. How are their lands M19 but mine are Ixalan? Can you change lands? Oh, are you streaming soon? Well, have a fun stream. Good luck with that. Oh, wow. So MTG BBD comes into my stream, hangs out for 10 minutes, then promotes his own stream, and then leaves and takes all my viewers. I see how this is. I see what's going on. That is some messed up tactics, Brian. Some messed up tactics. Library. I'm just going to take this out. Don't really know if I'll have to finality, but I want them to have to pump way more into the board, and I just don't think having an extra token and that attack, I want it. Oh yeah, multi-twitch. That makes a lot of sense. Well, just because he was unsuccessful with doing it doesn't mean that it wasn't his dirty tactic. Alright, so we're going to play this, trying to hit a land for this Carnage Tyrant. Graveyard. So they're going to ascend next turn. I'm just going to graveyard that. Maybe keeping Carney T was a little aggressive, but we had another Jade Light, so I thought it was fine. Not good. We take 9. Alright, there we go. That's the stabilizer right there. So what if they play another Hero Enforcements and another creature that's like theoretical 7 damage, potential 8, let's just say 8, and I can block 2, these 2, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so we can attack with 1. So if they play snubs and another Heroic Reinforcements, we'd still be able to deal with that. We'll see how they block. I don't even know if this is the right play, but my gut said it was, and I'm not going to ignore it. Alright, I finally got confirmation, Smiley. Alright. Smiley, you are getting the honor of being another mod. Use your power wisely. I've liked him New Genesis though too. So I'm gonna play Choop Kill. All right, they're just saying good game. They're probably flooding out too. A lot of our opponents are flooding out. I'm not gonna really complain. Cartoon Cole, I am no longer doing versus live. You'll find me all on this Twitch. I will potentially be doing other projects for Star City Games outside of my weekly articles, but my fiance and I are moving out to Seattle. So, Smiley, as a mod, you have to also help me learn how everything works. So, you now get to help me make a Discord. I don't say any of that before it. Alright, so we are in a mirror, and we do not have a good hand for that. Thank you so much, everyone. Not Vivian. And an elf to guarantee that Vivian's coming down. Yeah, we are not going to win this game. Hey, not 1338, how's it going?
Balance comes.
What balance? Balance format because we're both playing the same deck? I agree. So they're letting me just get in for a bunch at this, which I don't mind. I'm going to play this Jade Light Ranger. Graveyard, that's enough to block this. Jade Light Ranger, Graveyard. We don't really have options. We're just going to... Oh, wait, I missed... I didn't play my forest. I screwed up. There's no way we're coming back with skipping a land drop. Sorry about that. That was a mistake. Well, thank you, Mav807, for changing the opinion. I didn't care for myself too much either, like 5-6 years ago, but a lot's changed since then, and good that you've gotten access enough to see it. What's a... Oh, it was definitely a shame concede. That's for certain. Don't play another one drop. Don't play Legion's Lightning. 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 Alright. That still sucks, but it's at least not a Legion's Landing. Land is good. To win for the return of Trainwreck Tuesday? Ooh, how long ago was that now? 6-7 years? Yeah, 6 years? Trainwreck Tuesdays was fun. Do I even... Yeah, I'll play this. I remind you of a young Santa Claus? Why? It's still a pretty easy game, actually. We have blockers for everything. I mean, if they deal with this, we're going to have to use a trophy, which kind of sucks. Okay, now are we just dead? We might just be... No, we're not dead. I think we go to 1, but we're not dead. It's 1 or 3. That's, yeah. It was 1. It was 3 and 1. Wait. Whoa. Get my attack in first. Since we're dead to another enforcement, so we might as well do that. Then finality. What are you doing, Luna? Okay, we are dead. So is this the best deck in this format? Are we playing against it? Smiley, for the next ban announcement, I think they should just get back Stoneforge Mystic and see what happens, and they should ban Ironworks. That's it, though. Do you have any decks with better cards to help rank up? Ephro, if you send a list, I will play it, but I truly did not like going down the path of playing decks that I was not enjoying. I'm still a firm believer that Best of 1 Magic is... Or Best of 1 Magic is a worse version of Magic than Best of 3. But I'm giving it a shot. I'm giving it another shot because I want to come as well informed as possible to Seattle in a few weeks. Yeah, I tilted off the other day because this format is just... I was not finding it enjoyable in the slightest. But I wasn't playing Golgari. Land and a Jade Late. Let's just graveyard that. It does dig us deeper into our deck, but we already have a lot of 3-drops to play. Maybe I should have played Midnight because they're going to want to flip this Legion's Landing this turn, so they're going to send everything. So we would have got the value off of it. That is a very fair request. Yes, I can do that. Wonder why they needed the land flipped right away, but 8 if they just they would have missed an attack, but they would have gotten ascended next turn. I mean, they're still going to get there, but then they would have just had a flying Sky March. Eek. I'll play this tap because we want a second black if we draw Chupacabra, and we're not going to block with this Llanowar Elves. Thank you so much for telling me the stream's looking good. I got to work, and I'm working on it slowly. All right, so we can't really play another Midnight Reaper because we just take 4 from that. Ugh, we're drawing both Midnight Reapers a lot. Oh, jeez. Good thing I get to bring in some awesome cards against this deck. All right, and now the Descend. What have we lost 3 in a row? In this matchup, I have... Alright, opponent goes first. We're going to keep this. If we draw land, we get to explore. I mean, if we drew Wild Growth against our White Weenie opponents, like, that would help. Oh, look, here's Obsession on turn 2. We'll see if we can actually race, but they're just going to be so stocked up on cards that I find it very difficult for us to win this game. So, the thing that I don't like about Best of One, just trying to like frame this in my head, so the thing that I don't like about Best of One is the algorithm. I think that the algorithm frustrates me a lot because they want to make sure that you have the most consistency of playing the games out, but that really changes the way that decks are built because of how the lands function in a game. But they don't want to build a Best of One ladder system that doesn't work as well as Hearthstone because they don't want people to just mull out and die and then have to start again and mull again. That the action of mulliganing repeatedly is not playing, right? It's not fun. And it's masked under this, like, well, it's for our Best of One casual. But I'm afraid if they're designing cards for Best of One play, that means that they want it played competitively. And so they changed the whole game. It's still Magic, but, like, they're reducing variance for certain archetypes and increasing the difficulty for other archetypes that usually punish with sideboards. And sure, I mean, they took combo out of Standard, right? There's really no combo decks. That's fine. Combo is bad in Standard, and maybe mid-range is bad in Standard. I don't think so. It's made me a lot of money. It's kept me in the game. But I just can't see a world where the decisions that are being made aren't going to lead to competitive tournaments played in a format that I don't like. What is used add permitted term Magic Light? I don't even know what's the joke there? So, like, I even came into this, I like Magic. And so when we started, I mean, so I've been playing here on stream for what? Between, we've been clicking through the games pretty fast for like 35 minutes, and I was really having a grand old time. And then I started losing some, and I started playing repeated matchups, and I don't get to, like, deviate my deck in any way or change it and stuff like that. I feel like my retention rate is just lower. Like, I don't want to sit here and do this over and over and over again, in all honesty. This draw is good, though. I want to sideboard. I want to play different decks. Like, I sideboard so much with my strategies that they're effectively different decks. You know, 8 cards makes it different. It's trying to function in a different way. It's leaning on planeswalkers more. It's playing removal. Okay, so it was... But what does Magic Light mean? I want to make sure it's not offensive. Alright. Well, you are dead to 1 attack from a Doom Whisperer. I got you right where I want you. Well, I don't mind modifying or adjusting decks. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm discussing is when I play against a card like History of Benalia, I like having access to cards that interact with it favorably, like what's it called? The Ascend -2/-2, whatever. It's a Golden Demise. And I want to have Duress for my control decks. Like, can someone explain this to me? What am I missing? Is there something I'm missing? Oh, yep. I'm so in the conversation that I forgot that he was dead on board, or they were dead on board. Our opponent can't flip that. They can make a bunch of tokens. I'm cool with just attacking and then casting this. I think that should be fine. I just don't want them to be able to, for them to be able to make a bunch of, how many do they make? They would make, 4 and then give them all lifelink, so. Finality isn't lethal because it -4/-4 is first. This is why I'm the pro. Well, Ephro's telling me why my opponent's making plays from chat. I go first. I've got a good Explorer package, but no Walker. Oh, Ephro is the pro. No, we have a finality. We might go that into finality it. I actually think that's better. I was thinking about keeping it, but since we have 2 finality, we probably won't get to both. We can bin that, try to make sure we hit land drops, play this, and then on turn 4 we might be able to play this into... Oh, okay, so we are We're in a whole different matchup. So here we're just going to play the Midnight Reaper. There are different matchups than just Control. Or just Boros. Oh, I am definitely pro late. I think you have to have at least 20 Grand Prix to be pro. Grand Prix top 8s. It's like there's a picture. Oh, you Jedi mind tricking. That was rude. Y'all know it. Okay, that was great. So right here, we don't know if they're playing the counter that deals 2 to you or another one. They could have Syncopate, Essence Scatter. I think I like playing Jade Light Ranger. This gives us more utility for our fines if this gets countered. I mean, we should have played the land to force them to tap out, but yeah. So they're going to ionize this, and then we're just going to get back both of our threats. And now we're trying to get them to have to interact with this board. Now, if they go to Teferi on tap and we put it to 1, we play Vivian. That's probably good, too. I think we're in a really good position. So I'm just playing Misplaced Ginger's 75 from... or 60. 60 from his quest to Mythic. I just found it on his Twitter, and he's been playing a lot of this format. He, in fact, even won the most recent mocks with Golgari. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to play his list. He knows this deck pretty well. I mean, he knows how... he's been building it and working on it a lot. I've played it a lot, so might as well take all of his hard work and use it for myself. Which play Weemuns? Vargosaurus Rex, I don't know if I'm going to be there. I'm pretty sure I am because we have a team planned out, but then we found out it was on Super Bowl Sunday, and I don't really want to miss the Super Bowl. So here comes a Teferi, but Teferi is not able to protect from... So this must be in Silhouette. I like that. Let's just see what happens first. Oh, just a blink.
Can't stop nature.
I'm going to take this land, contempt this Teferi, and then put a second lethal attacker into play. We could play Carnage Tyrant there, but there's just too high of a likelihood that they just Wrath us for the turn, which, sure, it's not a big deal, but they get an extra card, and they get a little bit more velocity. Right here, we can pinch them with whatever creatures we want. They still have to deal with both. Now, if they use the Settle, that leaves them more vulnerable to this. My waifu, I am still writing for Star City Games. I just did a Fact or Fiction that is on Select right now. And let's see if I'm winning that. I was earlier today, and yes, I look. View results. Ooh, I'm slightly ahead of Shaheen, who I might be teaming with in Baltimore. A lurking Chupacabra. And then I have an article. Sorry to finish my thought. I have an article coming out tomorrow about Angel of Grace, and about how it talks a lot about like deck building philosophy and the philosophy of card design, in the sense that there's a power creep and how we should be evaluating the cards from this set. Not a power creep up, but like down. We're probably going to end up in the Renton area, just from what we've heard. We both, work as commission slash competition for me based. So we're thinking about Renton because it seems like the best place to live if you don't need to be somewhere. Are you going to do donation requests for decks on stream? Now, that is not something I've really put much thought into. I might consider doing stuff like that after the format somewhat stagnates, like after the Pro Tours or major events. But, yeah, I'll play that and try to get this search. Not good. Is the user submitted donation requests thing something people are interested in? You'd love that? Well, so how does it work? Explain it to me. Because whenever I see the decks, sometimes they're just really goofy. Do you just, like, I don't understand that side of it. It's not going well. Yeah, Brad's Bard had attention. Okay, so, I do like... Oh, no lands? No lands is nice. But that doesn't mean that this attack is going to work. And we just drew so much removal. If we drew a swamp there, I would have liked to kill that and contempt this, but I don't even want to give them. Alright, that actually sounds pretty exciting about doing it that way. I didn't know that there was like the whole like work on the deck thing, because I would be interested in doing stuff like that. If I get settled, I am just going to concede. Our hand is just 4 removal spells and a card we can't cast. Well, 4 cards we can't cast, and a removal spell that gives our opponent a land. I'm still just going to concede. I don't think I'm going to win this game. I'm just so blah. We're tap 92. Now, I might pay to get to play a Trading Post deck in Modern on stream. I guess I could just do it myself. Give me one quick second. Alright, I am going to use the restroom real quick. I'm just going to get this thing set up. I'll be back in 5 minutes. And we will talk about this and best of one. See you soon. I'm back a little early. Sorry if you were getting into the smooth rhythms of Blue Sky Black Death. I apologize. What is the conversation at hand happening right now? That is true. Maybe I should look into just trying out the hyper aggressive decks. But finally, we're on the play with an elf draw. So let's see what this can bring us. I do not think that we should get all the cards for free for being in the MPL. I've talked about this before on stream, so excuse me for those who have already heard it. Mountain? No, we can get rid of. Fine. And we don't have the appropriate things for that. But no, I don't think we should get them because, I just want to be closer to the average player, and how should I sequence this? I think I'm just going to play Jade Light Ranger, and then next turn sequence 2 of these. We should be able to see the cards, right? Like, or not see, sorry. I get so in my head and get distracted so easily. That's one of my biggest issues with streaming. But I think that when it comes to the MPL and getting free cards, we shouldn't get them because we should understand the system as well as everyone else. And one of the things about that is... Oh, I tapped my... Now I'm just playing bad. I cannot do too many things at once. It is frightening how poor I play when I'm trying to speak, and I don't even get my thoughts across. We could keep that for a Drake, but whatevers. I wanted to land. All the new mods should have the responsibility of clipping Brad rounds to play when people ask questions that he got answered a lot. That is really... That is really good, actually. Alright, so now we got a Drake that we have to play around because we didn't keep our removal. Oh, I like that block. Alright, we'll just cast Fine, play both of these out. By giving them all the cards, once he can get Sifu back. Yes, I believe that if we got all the cards, then I wouldn't worry about the economy and fixing it, or at least understanding it. And by knowing how it functions, I'm able to at least get in the conversation. Much why I'm playing best of one right now. That is lethal. Oh, that's not lethal. What's the downward drive? Alright, I will look for your question. Which deck do you think is better in best of one between what two decks? Alright, so 3 creatures versus that, so we need to find like a Chupacabra or something. We can also just Wrath the board. I don't think Wrathing the board is that bad, but let's just see what we draw off of Vivian or find. We find a Doom Whisper and a Carnage Tyrant, so we will keep... Carnage Tyrant. We're going to tap both of these. Casting Finality. Decline because it doesn't matter, and we'll play this Wild Growth Walker. Commissioner Bolton, that's what I assumed, but I'm still playing it for a little bit. Rock for Life, that's a good idea. Does anyone know anything about that? Yeah, this is just lethal. Also, once I get my Discord up, I might just do frequently asked questions and send everyone over to the Discord. That sounds like a great idea once I get that set up, and I should have that set up in a day or two. I just started working on it yesterday. Oh yeah, I could have played it and then just put the counters. Yeah, I don't know. I'm in my head thinking, and yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That is a smart play. Just do tech facts. How does that? I don't even know how that works. Squires, do you know how to set that up? Well, it would be cool to do both. We're in a mirror, and we have another kind of weak draw. If we hit our land drops, we should be fine. Asingo, the Discord is going to be for both. I'm going to have almost everything open for everyone, but there'll be a room or two for subs only to give them something special for subscribing. Alright, so our opponent is also kind of on a slowish draw. I say we just play a Midnight Reaper. I'm just gonna play the Reaper, and I'm gonna attack, and I'm gonna remember to make my land drop. I missed my land drop last time in the mirror. So this is gonna happen. They're gonna trade. Maybe I should have just chewed, but then they could have still contented that. This is bad if they play Vivian, which, I mean, their draw was so weak that it just feels like a Vivian, yeah.
No, every fight makes me stronger.
We are in trouble. Graveyard. Here I'm going to bring back Wild Growth, Walker, and Jade Light, so that if I don't draw land, I at least can put more power onto the board, but
I've seen things that would break someone like you.
it also could backfire easily if we just go Carnage Kyrench and then we don't have it, but we're not winning this game. I already looked at spoilers before on stream, and I don't think that I'm going to do it again. Today at least, because I think we did it just the last time we streamed. Vivian has seen many things. Ooh, we go first, and this hand is nice. Do most people win and lose around the same amount that I am right now? Because I should probably switch decks. I can't believe we haven't found our way up to 6+ wins just to get out of rank 4. It's kind of absurd. I'm gonna graveyard that. I wanna... Yeah, I'm best of 3. I crush on this too. Alright, we draw an untapped land. There's a lot to be said about just killing this Curious Obsession. I think I'm going to. Well, that sucks. We didn't draw another land. did not think we're winning this race, but maybe, if the cards are bad. That... Maybe I should have just attacked first, maybe, but they might tap one of these down. So Curious Obsession and Island kill us, but outside of that, we have a pretty good offense here. So now we can't attack with our Llanowar Elves, though. So if they have... I think we have to attack with them, though. And just hope it works out. So if they have Dive Down, they win no matter what. If they have Counterspell and we go for this, we lose. So I think we're just stuck attacking. And just hope it works, but it's probably not going to. 5, 6, 7... Oh, that's not even lethal. What was I thinking? What am I doing? I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm playing so bad. For some reason, I thought that was lethal. That's so weird. That was just very strange. I don't even get that. Well, not playing well, playing Golgari, and barely getting anywhere. No. Flanders, it was. For some reason, I thought I could win. No. Yeah, Brain must have said that. That could be true, actually. Alright, we're going to get lucky. We're going to have to get super lucky. Why did you not try finality? Well, I just said that it was a mistake. No. Oh, they missing land drops too? That's interesting. Miss another one. Yeah. This is not the Magnus Opus of opening hands. No, it is not. Oh, they drew a land? Oh, but it wasn't for a counter. That's good. Perfect. We're getting there, slowly but surely. Now our opponent might wrath us with a Clarion. We can find back something. Fine with that. That is a 2-for-1 exchange. Let's see if we can sneak a Vivian into play. Didn't honestly think that was going to work. But worth a shot. So what do we got? We got both of these. Alright, they're just trying to draw land. And they didn't shock, okay. Well, let's just play Carney T. That protects us from Teferi's coming down. Well, finding a thrashing could be fine, but I have a second Vivian anyway. So what happens if they? So let's just see if we get Clarioned. Do we want to run into a Clarion? Or not Clarion, a settle. Not settle. Take action, we'll get a forest. And so if we find back both creatures, that stops them from Teferiing and it surviving this next turn, so I think that's stronger. Let's just play it safe on auto tapper just in case. I don't know if it's right to keep that, in all honesty. Another line we could have done is Vivian take down on Sail Away. And put these in our hands. I guess that deck has to play that.
Let's see if you're worthy. Meet my newest friend.
We get the Starship Bronson on to play and attack. We could have taken down there too. We could have gotten a land and played this and gotten one of them back, but I don't really feel like these are that big a concern right now. If we took down here, then we'd have to use this to kill a Niv Mizzet, and that's not something I really want to do. I will be streaming Arena no less than 10 hours a week. To answer your question. So 3 mana does not mean we can get settled. They might have an answer for this. I think we should just see what happens to this Contempt. So that's going to get countered. Rock for Life, the last time that I opened my Magic Online account was for a MOX I played on stream last year. That was the last time that I was on Magic Online. Kind of feel like I should go back and like get rid of some of my cards, in all honesty. I just don't know if I'll ever go on, and I have like all of Standard and a Modern deck left on it. Alright, well I feel like in a pretty good position. Not even a Clarion will kill 3 of our 4 creatures, but not all of them. We've got a Vivian Reed ticking up. Guess I could have attacked, gotten one of our back with that, and just traded this in for a Wild Growth Walker. Oh well, didn't do that. Explosion for 3, yeah, that's fine. I think I'm gonna do it now though. We would have probably had lethal if we did that, or probably not lethal, but close. Now we do Doom Whisperer, so I'm dealing less damage. Alright, I'm in my head. I'm worried about playing bad, and it's just causing me to play bad. Alright, if we get Wrath, though, this is bad. We might have put too many eggs in one basket here. Should I clip for Twitter and send to MTGO Market into a spiral? Please don't. I haven't thought Goyf was reasonably positioned in Modern in over 2 years. So I don't think that Goyf is reasonably positioned in Modern. I'm willing to risk it if y'all are. Goyf for life or Rock for life. Do you own Goyfs? Do you still own them? Because I do believe I thought you sold all of your Jund cards, or did your wife force you to keep them because you kept selling them? I'm sick of playing against mono blue. Oh. Chip that thing back, yikes, Daniel. Sorry. Oh, they're stuck on mana too. And if we get out of this, ooh, it's gonna be a rough one for our opponent. But if we don't, I think we're in trouble. Forest! Oh. Clip that. It is that MPL blessed life right there. Oh, and we hit a land. Oh, and we gain all this life. Oh, it's so good. Oh, I can clip it myself. Maybe too much. I think too much time has passed. Rude. I guess I should have attacked first. I guess if I attacked, I would have just tapped it down and blocked, and then I went to work anyway. I didn't really get got there. No land. No land indeed. Ooh. I was thinking about maybe playing Vivian. Maybe. But now I feel like putting 3 counters on Wild Growth Walker, gaining on life, and attacking them down to single digit seems like a more appropriate play. We don't need that. If only I didn't punt like 3 games already. Today we might be a rank 3. I don't like the decks give a name. I buy into Cedric Phillips's opinion of deck naming. Come on. Library. You know what I didn't notice in the sets? Ways to push Explore. What are they? Or punish Explore? I don't think Explorer is needed to like punish. It's like a old one. I think it's just a fine. Alex Remick, just the philosophy of like naming decks just so everyone knows their name. Mono blue tempo or mono blue aggro, mono red aggro. Golgari mid range, Jeskai control, Jeskai Drakes, blue red Drakes, blue red Phoenix. Just a very simple that when you say it, everyone knows what it means. Or at least you can use context to figure it out. I mean, I once back like 5-6 years ago, I was like, this deck's name's Pedal to the Metal, and this deck is Hoof. There it is. It's like, no one gets that. No one knows what that means. They have to look it up. And now I agree that there's a high barrier to entry in Magic anyway. So, like, people are going to have to explore a lot on their own to figure out what people are even talking about. But at the same time, you can make it convenient for those trying to get into the game. You call it Arclight because you spelled Phoenix wrong, but you got it right this time. Did I forget to play land? I don't even remember. It's taken so long, but I did pass the turn. I don't think so because it would have stopped me. Yeah, explaining clever deck names is on the same level of explaining jokes to people. Yeah, I agree with that. Well, Trek, that doesn't work for everyone. It can mean daunting things for others, like I have to now look that up. Alright, I will keep this. We have a turn 2 Branchwalker with Memorial coming down. If we get all of our lands, we've got a Vivian Reed. This is a little bit of a sketchy hand, because these Veracity attempts have not felt good in this deck at all, really. We'll graveyard that against a forest. We not only want our lands, but this can kill things. I don't really know if we need these in the main deck. They haven't felt that great. The Branchwalker. Since we have a lot to do with our mana, we're probably going to just contempt this. But I'll wait to see if they play something. Well, whatever. Something's coming. And if we brick off into their Planeswalker hitting, then we're just in trouble anyway. I want some full art lands. Ravenous Chupacabra, do not touch that Llanowar Elves. Thank you. Oh, yes. Pay 2 life. Yes, I will take all the damage. I would have paid 4 life. Maybe 6 life.
I've seen things that would break someone like
You are just so dramatic, Vivian. Be more like Ral. Ral is hilarious when every time it's come down, it said something that made me laugh. Say what? That is some tech. No, Wild Growth is starting to pick up steam, and now we can't even Carnage. So this Vivian might be under pressure. Yeah, that Plague Bear actually did some work.
Most wounds can heal. Meet my newest friend.
Not good. Not good. So an Explorer creature at least has to come down or removal spell to kill Vivian. And then we still get to play Carnage and then have a backup Vivian. So it's not the end of the world. We're not out of this. That is not... That does neither of the things we're afraid of. How do you like decks you're playing so far? Any ideas how to improve it yet? So the real answer is yeah, we'll block. So the real answer to that question is I'm not really focused on perfecting my deck because the new set from Wizards of the Coast, Ravnica Allegiance, comes out on the 16th, which is only a week away. And in a week, I'm going to be streaming all day long, and I have even a really special announcement coming out that day as well. So you're going to want to look for that. But I'm just kind of having fun hanging out. Yeah, we'll get a Chupacabra. Now, there's no... Yes, there is. We can just play both of these and keep our Vivian alive. Right? If we play both of these, they kill one, and the other one blocks this. So I think I'm just going to do that. I just totally assumed that I couldn't keep... I guess they'll be able to play both, kill the Chupacabra, and give this minus, and then I'd have to chump block. We'll see if they do that. Nope. They did not do that. Well, Keith, I got a pretty cool one coming. Not gonna lie.
Now we're getting started.
We are just getting started
The
now.
wilds are my shield.
The wilds are my shield. Is it just me, or does anyone else think that Vivian is just a little too dark? Like, very, like DC, you know? Like, everything about Arena screams Marvel, and Vivian is just that DC transplant. No attack. Could have just sacrificed something to kill Vivian.
Balance comes.
Alright, so we could attack. We don't have to worry about anything. Alright, so we can play this and Midnight Reaper. She had a messed up childhood. I don't know. Just like Ral says really funny things, and Vivian is just like, I've seen things that would break some people. I was born in it. Oh, Nicol's wiped out her plane? I did not know that. BBD, this is not a nightmare stream. I will keep that. It is kind of a nightmare stream. I'm still stuck in Gold 4. Don't make fun of me. What rank are you in Arena, Brian Brown Dizzle?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, CW Smith, thank you for the sub prime. You are now one of Brad's bards, and soon I will have a Discord channel for you. And everyone else.
And you strike nature.
So I'm not going to attack with the Midnight Reaper because I want to use that to sacrifice to the Playcrafter. Ooh, I can play a Merfolk Branchwalker too. Yeah, we'll keep that. I look forward to when you reach my level. Plat 2. You're Plat 2 in Standard? I haven't stuck... Oh, you've been stuck in Plat 2 for 90 days? For real? Can you not drop down to like Plat 3 or Plat 1 or 4 or whatever? Like... Also, I have to grind through all this gold, then get to Diamond or Platinum, then get to the other one? Really? I have to go through Plat and Diamond just to get to Mythic? That seems so absurd. Is Plat higher than Diamond? I'm guessing. Hey, what's up, Mr. Roger92? Get out of here. Diamond Mythic. Gold Plat. Wow. Wait, so he's Diamond? So that's so much plain magic. Everyone say hi to Mr. Rogers. He was in our chat, or they were in our chat. And, or M. Rogers. And then now left the chat to play against us. Molder Hulk. Oh, no. This could go bad. We don't have a ton of Planeswalkers for this matchup. That's the best card in the matchup. Ooh, hitting 2 lands is a delight, though. What a delight. Diamond is 8 wins per rank. 8 wins per rank? Wow. Daniel San 1, thank you for the Prime subscription. Alright, we're going to take this damage because we're going to probably play... we're going to play Midnight Reaper and a Llanowar Elves here. Now we can trade this off.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Flanders, thank you for the Prime subscription as well. Now, Brad's Bards Discord will be coming up real shortly here. I will be working on it after the stream and tomorrow. Anyone that knows a lot about setting up Discord channels the correct way, I would love some advice. Love it. Absolutely love it. Bam, let's just play the Mythic. I'm kind of jacked about getting 2 subscriptions back to back. I just think the getting...
Oh,
Hey! And Night Gamer, thank you so much for your Twitch Prime subscription as well. Also, since we all have Twitch, have we watched The Marvelous Miss Maisel Season 2 yet? Because that was a delight. Alright, so they're able to now gruesome back a pretty decent spread of creatures, I'm not going to lie. But we now have Doom Whisper. So what do we want to do with it? Anything? I don't think so, because if we play a Midnight Reaper, then we could get close to just dying, right? So we would, if we play a Midnight Reaper, that's 8 damage. This is 10 damage. I mean, we're going to do it because we're still at 17 life, and we don't want to kill anything until they gruesome. Yeah, imagine Aractos, the showstopper, on this board. Oh, we're gonna see it on the 16th during the Streamer Showdown. Streamer Showcase. I need to get the branding correct. I don't even know what it is, but I will be a part of it, and I will be playing all day. I might even have my brother on my stream, hanging out, having fun. After he gets off work, and so this is gonna trigger lots of triggers. So we're just gonna have to. I'm not going to pay life because I'm too afraid of it. I do not play guitar. I play it poorly. My fiance does, though. She does all the cool things, in all honesty. She's, like, working on graphic design stuff, and she can photographer. She's just got all the, like, abilities that I don't. Like... I think I'm just going to hold up the contempt. Hit this Wild Growth Walker. Well, just starting to learn how to do graphic design for me. She is working on stuff for me, but she's dabbling, but she's good at it. She used a lot of Lightroom for photography, so... but the guitar's hers. Yeah, she could definitely... If all else fails, I don't know how great everything's going to turn out. She's starting to learn, but this is the first thing she did today, which is hilarious. She's like, I'm working really hard today. And I'm like, oh, keep going. You do you. Alright, let's contempt this Midnight Reaper. Plans are going to change now that all this combat's coming in. And I am just going to trade off. Maybe I shouldn't do all 10. What else? Yeah, it definitely needs more use. That's the thing. Rock for Life, it does kill that line, but this is just let's trade all the board, and I have Chupacabra, and I'm going to have 12 cards. I think I'm fine with that. Okay, I'm fine with that happening. Honestly, I don't need that many cards. I would rather not lose 10. I'd rather lose 4 life and drop 3 and 3 than 4, 8 and 8. We're not in it for the Twitch clips. Hey, Cover T Go Blue has rated with 95. Welcome, 95 new friends. I have this for end of turn. Do I want it? I don't feel like I want it. I still don't want to pay life because I've got so many good cards. Next, let's just attack with Doom Whisperer, play another one. Because they probably have a Choop. Do they have a Choop? They do not. But that's just lethal if they don't deal with it. So, welcome everyone. We are playing Golgari Ranked, talking about whether best of one is good or not, and about how I should better work on my graphic design work, because it is lacking. Alright, they are bringing back a Molder Hulk, which is a pretty good choice. Yeah, sorry about that. Covert Go Blue. That sounds better, yeah. Covert Go Blue, yeah. I'm bad with the names. So what does this mean? I don't know what it means. Let's count creatures. 3, 4, 5. So it's all the way there. Is this a finality? Is it a finality? If it is, I still feel really good about this game. So, sure, blocks. Oh, they probably need something in the graveyard. They're looking for something in the graveyard. Is that it? Well, I probably didn't find it. Alright, play. Is it double play crafter? But that, yeah. Boom, blow that up. Alright, we got it. Must go coach roller derbies. Thank you so much for the Prime subscription, or for the raid, and have fun coaching roller derbies. That sounds honestly, that sounds cooler than what we're doing right now. I'm not gonna lie. Thank you so much for the raid, everyone that stayed. I hope you are enjoying it and have some fun, and I appreciate all the support. I don't appreciate that mulligan, though. Oh, we'll keep that. That's great. Another mono blue deck. Oh. Oh, it's all right, M. Rogers. I think you played fine. I don't think there was a lot that could have been done. I stabilized pretty easily and had the answers. Curious Obsession. When I play this deck, this never happens, but I don't probably play it enough for it to. So how do you get to be a mod? Well, there's two things that I'm looking for from mods. I'm looking for people, hey, what are you doing? Are you here to make more amazing Photoshops? Because they did get to see your beautiful work.
That's wonderful. I'm happy to share it with the world.
All right, we're gonna take 2 again, but so for mods, I'm looking for people that can help me with some random stupid technical stuff, because that's what I troubled with. Not even not being able to do it, but doing it correctly. Like setting up a Discord is kind of challenging. I don't exactly know, and I've watched some tutorials, but there's certain things and there's some growing, and I just don't want things to fumble around and make sure they're set correctly. And pay to life. Let's try the first Chupacabra. But it's also somebody that stays in the stream that can be respected. I've heard of times where mods have been very power hungry, and I want to cultivate a really good community, but not one that just won't hear people out if they say something that people think is ban worthy. I mean, if you're a dick, then like, it's not the community for you. So with those times, but you know what I mean, right? Everyone gets what I'm talking about. Now we that might not be right, but we can always find back the Chupacabra and the Carnage Tyrant next turn, so I think I want to get rid of the card that is eventually going to kill me. What questions do I have about... I think I would just need to get someone modded, like, it's just setting it up correctly. Like, setting up a Discord is kind of challenging. I don't exactly know, and I've watched some tutorials, but there's certain things and there's some growing, and I just don't want things to fumble around and make sure they're set correctly. Making sure like the channels, the right people can do the right things inside of them. No! No! Auto tapper! No! Why would you do that? No! I need a break. I need 5 minutes. I am not happy right now. I'll be back in 5 minutes. right, I'm de-tilted, but it could come back. Oh, that was frustrating. Hey, what's up, Mitzi? Oh, you could help me. I'm going to be modding you. Mitzi is a friend of the family. Or Midi Z. And streams as well. And I am going to have a very important job for you. Message me on Facebook. And I'm going to do this in the back end while we're doing all of this. Mit-ease. All right, that's good. Mit-ease. Thank you. Oh, yeah, you don't have Facebook. Then Twitter message me. Let me do something back-endy real quick. I'm putting you to work, Mid-ease. Wait. Why did that come up? All right, I'm sorry, everyone. This is a little ridiculous. Did that work? check that if that worked, and then I'll play a game and see if it did. I don't like the best of one ladder. I really don't. I wish I did. Because I think things are moving this way, but I am not a fan so far. I like this hand, though. This is a great hand. We will keep this hand. All right, so 1 second here. I just need to do something and find. Okay. And then I will do this. All right. Play this, pay 2 life. Alright, I'm going to be playing this game and multitasking. And for just a few minutes. Alright. Ooh, wow. Alright, so this is, actually this shouldn't be bad. We've got a really good draw against a mono green stompy deck. This should go well. We're going to graveyard that, even though, yeah, graveyard that. Even though if we hit a land, we maybe would have wanted to be a little bit bigger, but because we got Vraska's Contempt, we're just going to probably trade here, play this, play Doom Whisper, and everything is easy peasy. And there's no Blossoming Defense, but this is going to happen no matter what, so we're just going to do it. Yeah, there's the big scary. The big scary that we drew another answer for next turn, but I will gladly trade off. Want to save this for Gulta. I did not turn off my auto tapper, but I'll be more conscious of it. In big tournaments, I'm going to definitely not screw that up. Now, if they just pass priority, I think I'm going to activate this. It's really hard not to do it at least once. I don't want either of these. They're down to 2 cards. We'll go again. Go again. Yeah, if we shut off the auto tappers, I'm just going to take a natural now. Nah, we'll go again. Alright, now we're just... Now that's enough. We've got enough resources that we should probably win anyway. But, I mean, we just wasted 6 life for no reason. Alright, now we're going to have to use our... Why didn't they play... Oh, they couldn't play it because of the... Oh, that's interesting. Not too happy about that Kavu, but it's alright. We'll be able to play this, start looking for Explore creatures. Explore creatures will help the Swell Growth Walker gain us back this life. I really wish you could, like, change the way that Vivian speaks. Like, you could just change the things and just be like, isn't everyone having a wonderful day? Aren't you having a great day? Aren't we all just having a good time? Right, we really need to hit here.
The wilds are my shield.
That does not... But this is actually fine. We can, like, make some really aggressive blocks and gain some life or draw some cards. I really want to keep this Vivian around. So I'm thinking that we will, like, triple block here and just chump block here. How's it going, bro? Corey B. MTG also has his own page, which can be found... One second. Right here. No, that's not what I wanted to send. So go check him out, give him a follow. So both of these are coming in, so we'll make those blocks that I just said we would. Better just put a chat link to that on your stream deck. Yeah, I actually, yeah, you're right. Middies, what are you doing in like an hour and a half? I would love to get on Discord and chat about some of this stuff with you. All these little tiny things that I'm working, I'm doing well. Before the stream actually went up, I was starting to just, for my own use, I made a folder just of all the streams. Here, I'll show it on camera. It might glare up, but because it might be too bright. But it's like, so I can just go to everyone else's stream when I want to watch. Because I also like watching Magic. So I've been setting that up. I love this device. It's so cool. Like, I am not the tech nerd. Like, I'm the guy that, like, plays the games and works on decks and all that. But I'm upgrading. Like, look at this. Do you see this? You see that is a microphone on a stand. That was alien to me, like, a month ago. When I saw people have those, I was like, that is a pro. And now I have one. It's so cool. And we'll hold it back. We're winning. We don't need to get aggressive.
Balance comes.
Alright, well, we're going to get aggressive now. We still have this cast down, waiting for something. I'm gonna kill the pelt just in case something weird that it shouldn't, but. Oh yeah, I love the stream deck. It's fun for like streaming and getting to things quickly without having to like type or stuff, even though sometimes I have to type for other reasons. But also what's cool about it is just the like personal use. It's kind of an external memory too. There's like websites that I don't normally need to go to besides for like streaming. And like the first couple weeks, Stream Decker was like kind of annoying to get to remember to go to and upgrade. But so I just added it in there. And so I know that like websites that I don't normally use are just in here. A good day, Cows Band. We go first. Oh, this hand is really awkward. I'm gonna mulligan. Oh, no, deck. Win for me. Not happy. We just one away to just get to level 3. Joe 47 in with the question, hey Brad and Corey, will you be able to stream together? The dropping bombs with both of you was gas. Well, I do have something exciting to talk about because I'm pretty sure that Corey is going to be coming over and hanging out during the streamer thing on my stream next Saturday night, or next Wednesday night. So I'm really excited about that. Well, if Corey's in here, you can get his still. I don't have the mana for that. What am I most excited about from Ravnica Allegiance? I don't know yet. This is not the pre-approved deck from Mr. Brown doing. I agree. Yeah, Corey, yeah, I agree. We'll need people to help both of us in limited. I think we're gonna be playing standard too. We get to play standard. Wizards is gracious enough to stock our accounts with 4 of each card from Ravnica Allegiance, 4 of everything in standard. So we get to spend some time playing with that. Now that does not go to a personal account. These are not personal accounts. I do not get to keep the cards, but I do get a day up on everyone else and get to practice with them, but we're all going to be streaming, so this is bad. We're dead. We need to draw land. I don't feel like I'm winning if they're playing a land. Okay, experimental frenzy, that's fine. We get to kill that.
Wild, that can't help you now.
Yep, next week we're going to have to work on some decks together, Corey. Sender, it actually is, should I take action? Alright, let's find a Wild Growth Walker. Wild Growth Walker! Yes!
I do.
Yes! We are doing something. Guess we could have. Oh, okay, that was the stabilizing turn. We are pulling it up, Marty Party. That's a good question. So I took 4 when I was at 8 because they had 2 cards, and 5 cards means that they might get a board position before I can stabilize. So I thought there was a higher likelihood of this winning the game. Alright, so
Strike me, and you strike nature.
that is true, Big Ump. Vivian is right about that. Where did all my stuff go? Alright. That's it. Alright. So if they double block this, we are just going to kill the frenzy. They know it. Alright, so we can only take down 2 creatures. Actually only 1, so we're probably in a board stall now. They're gonna attack. We'll trade a Jade Light for a Chain Whirler for sure. Do not think that that is a good attack. Now we get to attack. Alright, we can just attack with everything actually. Kill off this runaway. And they have to trade in combat. We're at 15. So we came back from hold to 5. That's pretty sweet. Corey BMTG, this deck is great. Except for the fact that I think I've only won 4 games more than I've lost tonight so far, but we don't have to worry about that. That's fine. We have more pressing issues like how we're gonna get this next win. Rekindling Phoenix. Right after I wasted a Vraska Contempt. Alright, fine with me. But the double. Alright, I think we just have to pass. So I could attack, but they could trade both of these for this. Oh, what is going on? Okay, that's good, but it's still now it's not big enough to deal with both. I think I just have to kill this and attack with both. Should have done this last turn and we would have won, but we don't have to worry about that. Now we could be in a lot of trouble with them drawing 3 cards. Yeah, the game was over if we played the way you would have played, Corey. Just because you're better at Magic than me. I get more people to watch me. But you should fix that. You should check his stream out with the link I just provided. I will send that back up for anyone new in the chat. My brother is here, plays a lot of good Magic. I've considered him better than me for most of our careers. It was ice cold. And you'll get to see that more often if here soon, especially in a week. If you're in here watching us work on Standard, we're 2 of the highest winning Standard players in the world. And we'll be working on Standard the first day we can on Arena, a day before anyone else can. So it's going to be exciting. Alright, well at least we've lived through the stupid flame. And now the opponent still has to top deck to not be dead. Well, middies, both of us are engaged, so pretty soon that's not going to be the case, right? Oh, it's happening. It's happening. Finally! Ravnica Allegiance releases on January 7th to the public, but on the 16th is a streamer showcase where Wizards... I have the Ghost, the Nightbot, posting about it, but on the 16th I'll be streaming most of the day along with a lot of other streamers to remote and have fun with the set for everyone to see it before it comes out. This hand is absurd. Yeah, Corey, so I'm planning on streaming for another hour. Would you and Middies want to get together on Discord and chat, and we can work on some of our back-end stuff? Corey and I are just working constantly on getting back-end stuff up because they're like, you know, I'm like, I should start streaming because of this thing. What's a stream? What's all of these things that I need? So Middies has helped us out a lot with it. And be cool to maybe... connect with y'all in like an hour, maybe an hour and a half. So to keep everyone in the chat caught up, okay, well we didn't draw. I'm gonna play this even though it's better with this wild growth. Like I want to hit these land drops just to end our opponent's chances of winning this game by hitting lands. That might seem a little aggressive, but if we didn't hit a land drop, then... Oh wait, no, I should have played the growth. If I hit a land, I was going to play that, but I didn't. That was bad, but... Yeah, I'll hit you up, and hopefully Middies could hang out with us and work on some stuff. But I will say for everyone in chat, these couple weeks is a lot of prep set up for some really cool things, and we'll be announcing them shortly here, just to make sure that they're all happening. Maybe I'm glad I didn't play this, because I think we're going to get wrecked. I was thinking it was a different deck, and now we missed out on all of our land drops. That is not good. This game went from awesome to we are in a lot of trouble. But we just have a lot of back end work to do. Then I'll be leaving for Seattle on the 20th, and on the 25th, 26th, we are revving the engines, and content is going to be made. All right, Squires, you have been in here a lot, so and you seem like an awesome person, and you've been here for a while. So I am going to make you a mod on the channel, and I will get in contact with you later about other stuff. So let's just get an attack in. If I get settled, I get a Doom Whisperer on the board, which is pretty nice. Alright, we'll resolve that. Take action. What's nice about this is we do not need to waste our Doom Whisperer Scry. Mod hype! I didn't know there was a mod hype thing. I'll keep another Doom Whisperer. Alright, so now we're just going to attack with this Doom Whisperer. Play Carnage Tyrant. We can get really aggressive. If our opponent wraths us, we can go get Fine Finality with this and get that Surveil on. Ooh, that's cool, the little red around it. A friendly tryhard does play Golgari. I agree. What? Jonathan. So, okay, now I got a private facial glitches that I have to handle here. I got to figure out which one this is. This is frustrating. A friend of mine is trolling me, but I don't know their username. Maybe I did a while back, but I forgot it. I wasn't even paying attention to a Facebook conversation. Ooh, I got a Midnight Reaper. Oh, we've had a lot of these only swamp openers. Alright, I don't like this Assassin's Trophy in the main. Not in best of one. Alright, Jade Light Ranger is going to be a nice spell. Hopefully this is Drake, so we actually have removal targets for these. Will there ever be full matches? Snoopy, today, no. We're just practicing. Or not practicing. I'm just learning more about this format. Best of one, speaking. But I will be hitting best of three hard once Ravnica Allegiance comes out. I mean, I'm just getting my streams in right now until Ravnica Allegiance. Alright, so we are at least against Drakes, so our hand isn't terrible. But the Phoenix might be bad. We're going to be doing a lot more fun stuff with Best of 3 and working on decks once the new set comes out. But I'm not going to be working and tuning standard right now when it's almost going to change in a week. Graveyard. Give me lands. Oh yeah, what was your opinion on best of 3? Read an article. Feel like opening Pandora's box. What's your opinion on best of 1? I already ranted about it earlier. I think it's bad. Joel. I don't enjoy it. But I'm doing it right now just to get more experience. So, like, I can say without a doubt. Without sideboard for standard? Best of 3 without sideboard for standard would just be worse. You just... How about best of 3 without sideboard for standard? That's just worse all around, right? Because if you just did a bad match, you just get stuck in a bad matchup. Or just... Yeah, that sounds terrible. You have nothing to fix it. And also you've been conditioned to be able to have a sideboard for bad things for so long. It makes it more accessible. Why does best of 1 played 3 times in a row make it more accessible? I don't understand that. Don't have a dive down. Don't have a dive down. Didn't have a dive down. Whenever you see those eyes, you can get excited about killing your opponent with a Ravenous Chupacabra. Head Poncho, I'm actually don't know if the card is right for best of 1, but the metagames are a little bit different, right? And I'm just playing Misplaced Ginger's mythic ranking Golgari list that he used to get there. I think the accessibility aspect of best of 3. Here's my issue. Here's my rant. All right, we're going to be able to double spell this turn. Here's my issue, and here's my rant about... Or I don't know if that's what it means. I think best of 1 is incredible for online play. Yeah, I think it's fine for casual play. I do. Should we double spell here, or I say we just kill this so we can play Carnage Tyrant? I don't want to shock and then take more damage. I guess we wouldn't have to shock, but we'd have to shock if we want to play Carnage Tyrant. Potentially. We are exploring 3 times, but I don't know if our opponent's going to be able to play 3 spells again with this configuration. Why would they play a land into Chart of Course? I don't know that. Did Joel leave? No, not playing with sideboard. It's another level of complexity, which clearly is good for us, but might be concerning for people who treasure paper magic from Arena. Yeah, so you're just going to play best of 3, but with 160 card deck. Alright, so our opponent did get that Phoenix back. Got another Phoenix too. We are dead. Oh, we don't even have... We need a Wild Growth Walker right now. I mean, we really just need to draw Wild Growth Walker next turn, I guess. If we live the turn. So here. All right, we're gonna concede this game because we're not gonna win it. All right, I wanna actually hang out and talk about this while we're at it. I was just looking. I thought you were still working on that.
Oh no.
All right, so let's talk about this subject real quick, so I don't get distracted in a game. I'll throw the deck list up here that we're playing, so we have some visual simulation. So, what Joel Larson is suggesting is we go to a unique format where we just remove sideboards from live play, but you play best of 3 matches with the same 60 card deck. And what that allows for is for real life play to function like arena play, because tournaments are like in this Swiss structure, 50-minute rounds, X amount for each tournament, and that would all have to change if best of 3 was gone. But here's my issue with changing this part of Magic, and maybe looking at traditional Magic as a better form of Magic makes me an old man that's set in my ways, but there's also another side of it. And I don't know if I'm in an echo chamber. The issue with talking on social media and talking online is we don't all have like a years played tag attached to our name. Like when I see here, like for example, I just look and I'm like Snash, but why play best of 3 at all then? Because best of 3 feels better for variance. I don't know how many years or what experience level this person is coming in with. So it's really difficult for me to know if I'm in my own like little best of 3 echo chamber. And maybe the old pro community of the people that I follow on Twitter are also in that. So I've started to expand out and adding more people, especially a lot of these newcomer personalities, into my social media to see what they're talking about, because that's important to see where things are going, because a lot of new players are coming into this game. But a working theory I have is the players that have played the longest, at least, let's just say 4 years or more. I'm just making a guess. But so 3-4 years or more, I feel like they all like best of 3 more than best of 1. And they all agree that if you want to get a quick game in or two when you're online, that best of 1 facilitates that much better. My issue with changing the game, though, is that it drastically makes things simpler. And is that really what you want a game to do, even for new players coming into it? I don't really buy in to it makes things easier for us. So I've always had the analogy that the comparison that Magic to the gaming world is just golf to the outside world in a lot of ways. It's not that enjoyable to watch unless you're super invested. You don't always know what's going on. Sure, they're hitting the balls, trying to get to the hole, but you don't know like what strategies they're using, what complexities, what issues are coming up. When you see a putt, you can't tell what level it is, right? And all of those come into watching. It doesn't make it as exciting. You don't really get to see a lot of the strategy on the back end of it. Sometimes you see plays being made that don't make sense because they saw a card in a draft and they think their opponent has that card. And those kind of things happen. But also Magic is an expensive game. There's a lot, decks are expensive. When I went to GP New Jersey, the deck that I was playing cost like $600 or $700. That was absurd. I was mind blown that a standard deck cost that much, and I've been playing this game for 15 years. So there's already this barrier to entry to Magic, and there's already not only in knowledge, but in cost. An Arena is trying to be a lot like those other popular games out there and have a slicker look, which Magic's always needed. Magic Online was a great way of simulating real-life Magic. I enjoyed playing it, but it didn't have that sleek look that other games did, and that's what attracted me to play Hearthstone for a little bit. But the simplicity of Hearthstone, the repetitiveness of it was also a complaint of mine. I just kept seeing the same things happen over and over again, and I got bored, and I quit playing. And no one told me to pick it back up again. I just gave up, and I put a couple $100. I made a secret Paladin deck, and I never touched it again. I have no interest in doing so. And so my biggest concern is if we're just assuming what we think new players want or need to stimulate them in the game, and we just continue doing that, do we just make the game repetitive and boring and simple without easy ways to correct it, especially when sets only come out every four months or 3 months? Like, if we just hit a format where there's just 3 decks that are all rock, paper, scissors, and we only get to play game ones, I mean, there's no real way to punish the metagame. There's no real way to get into it. Think of, like, mono black, mono blue, and Sphinx's Rep. Do we really want to do that for 3 months without the ability to metagame and punish these decks? So, that's it. Now, it's going to be hard for me to catch up with anything that was said. There didn't seem like there was a lot brought up. But that's where I stand in this whole argument, is that I want to keep playing some best of one, but I know personally there's no way I would do this in my free time. I'm doing this as an experiment, not only to gain knowledge about it, but also a social experiment to see if this is what people want to watch me play. But quite frankly, I'm not the biggest.
Oh, yeah.
Magra99, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime subscription. Stay tuned soon. I will be opening up a Discord channel for our community, and there will be a special room for you and every other subscriber where I will be dropping some knowledge and interaction. But I don't exactly know what it is. So I guess I should just announce an announcement. Stay tuned for my Discord announcement on, let's say, next Wednesday. So yeah, so Charles Nightman said it makes mid-range more difficult. And I don't really, at first I didn't like that, but I don't buy into the fear of what decks are better or worse in best of one compared to best of three. I don't think we need to buy into that, because I've considered mid-range to be a little oppressive in best of three Magic. It's why I gravitate towards it. It's why I build decks in it. And I've been very successful at that. I think that players that tend to stick to control decks or aggressive decks will have maybe a good month or two out of the year, but besides that, they are fighting an uphill battle and they don't even know it. So my biggest concerns with the argument between best of three and best of one is what happens when excuse me, I lost my train of thought. My argument is what happens when things get boring, when things get stale, and the game doesn't have a built-in autocorrect. And that's really what Magic is. Sideboarding was just Magic's safety valve. It had a lot of correcting of metagames. That's how it evolved. That's how things grew. And we've seen things stagnate, and not just because of this best of one thing. That's just how a format usually evolves. But there's at least ways to metagame and to figure things out, and without access to that, you can't just, you're pretty much just saying, you're finding the percentage, right? You're like, well, if the metagame is 20% control and 30% aggressive, I need to lean towards aggressive strategies, and I'll take my licks against control when they actually hit all their land drops. Doesn't seem really like a fun evolving of a metagame. It just, like, there's other things you can do. And that's another thing. That's the other point that I need to make. My wife brought up the algorithm. I think that making the algorithm so that we have a higher consistency of keepable hands, just so that we can support a format of Magic, the consistency with the lands that doesn't provide sideboarding, is just a band-aid on the issues of what best of one Magic looks like for the actual game. Maybe it brings in more people. Maybe it makes the game more exciting. But I do think that is just a band-aid for a problem that is lands make Magic inconsistent, which don't provide good best of one scenarios. Head Poncho. Now, I do not know what all the opinions of the other people, but the main reason I'm here today, and I played best of one before, is so that when I go to Wizards and we have a real conversation about this kind of stuff and they ask our opinion, I'm well informed. I didn't want to not play best of one and then go there and just have weak opinions based on theory. I've been playing it. I don't find it that enjoyable. I find the stimulation of what I've been doing for the last 3 hours to come from hanging out with y'all, answering questions, and chatting. It makes it feel like I have a friend sitting here and we're just having a good time and we're playing Magic. If I make a mistake, whatever, it's just ranked. But to sit here and just grind rankings on best of one would be pulling teeth for me. I'd rather do something else. I don't find it enjoyable without the additional stimulation of hanging out with chat. Are you still here, Joel? I'd like to hear, did you say anything in here back about this, or did you leave already? Because I'd like to see what you have to say, but I guess, I mean, I could always just read the article, and maybe, and you can quote me on anything that that I said here. I'm just curious what you think. All right, cool. But yeah, so I mean that's pretty much my debate on this. I find it pretty weak. Now on the reverse though, I think that Best of One Limited is amazing. I think you want more consistency in limited Magic, so having the algorithm is great. And I think that sideboarded limited is overrated. You don't often make that many changes, and sure, sometimes some cards are going to be have to redesign where like we don't really need all the plummets, and like I don't know if you've noticed, but I mean we haven't seen all of the commons and uncommons out of this set, but they've been making all of these cards do more things so that they're main deckable. You know, crushing canopies and so forth. But I need to stop having little widgets around for me to play with. I get distracted by them. I was not a man built for live television. I'm just so all over the place all the time. But I usually for people, and a lot of people that know me know this is true, and Joel is one that does. We've tested a lot over the years together, many different teams. We have spent a lot of time together, and one of the things that's just true about me is I will prepare for limited for the Pro Tours, and then not touch limited again until I prepare for the new limited format for the Pro Tour. But since the last Pro Tour, I have probably done... Could you maybe guesstimate how many limited, like, probably done like 20, 30 things of limited since the last Pro Tour?
What do you mean?
Maybe you don't know.
Drafts?
I'm just drafts or sealeds or stuff on Mono.
Yeah.
Or on Arena.
You definitely played more on Arena than you ever did on Moto.
Oh, I never did. I still have that draft. So I did a draft right before the last Pro Tour, and it had Nullhide Ferox and Izoni, and it was a busted green-black deck with like a bunch of uncommons, and I am 1-0 currently in that. I played went to the Pro Tour, and never went back. I never even finished that league to get the value. So I get that point, Joel. Deep. All right, so if you want to get into deep turning of things, complicated deck building. So I can see that, but I don't agree with the accessibility argument because Magic is always, no matter what, a game with a steep learning curve. So adding additional complexity, if someone plays Arena and they're just like, well, you need a sideboard, and people are like, what's sideboard? It's like, oh, it's another level of complexity for Magic. And people are like, okay, well, I normally like to figure things out because all Magic players have done this, and now I get to like experience a new thing. That seems like not a bad thing. I don't think people are going to be turned away from getting to explore the game more. You know, there's a level where things get too complex, right? Like I think that that artifact game is just too complex. When somebody was explaining it to me, I'm like, all right, should I play this game? They're like, all right, there's these 3 lanes, and I'm like, I'm done. Like, all right, that's all I needed to know. Seth, I was playing Best of One with Misplaced Ginger's Mythic qualifying Golgari list, so I don't have Karns in here because there's a lot more aggressive decks. But I would play Karns in best of 3 in the main deck. I was just playing his list because he got there with this strategy. And the weird thing about this is, so there's that issue with even a chat. I don't even know who's in here who's typing. There has to be some people out there that like Best of One, don't want to play Best of 3, but might not be voicing their opinions in chat right now because the chat is agreeing with me. And so it's really hard to know which side of the argument the people land on. Because it's clear that best of one Magic is the most played. There's way more games of best of one played than best of three. There's reasons for that, right? Like when the first time, like Joel messaged me. I haven't talked to Joel in months, right? We didn't test together for the last couple Pro Tours. And he's been playing Artifact and doing commentary for that and having a really good time there. But Joel messaged me and he's like, how do I get to best of three online? This is a player that's been in the game forever, a very intelligent person, someone that I respect their opinion highly, could not figure out how to get to best of three on their own with this program. And I did that as well. Somebody had to tell me that I clicked this button so that I can get to traditional constructed. And that blows my mind that something could be hidden like that. Just blows my mind. This is a good conversation. No, I think that best of one Magic is fun and it should be a thing. I think why not? Why not have it be a thing? But I don't think it should be a competitive thing. I think there's a lot of issues that come up with that. Matt Folks with the rousing chime in. I don't know what you're referring to, Joel. Maybe something I said. Great conversation. Gloomin, I'm sorry if this is bugging you. There were many articles written when Open Bet started where the writer didn't know about best of three. That's pretty crazy. That is also another thing. Oh, your comment section isn't as well behaved? So, yeah, I think that they will be higher round frequency or multiple deck format if they go with best of one. I agree with Matthew Folks here. That just makes a whole lot of sense that would be how competitive arena is played. And, for the year, traditional will still be best of three. So maybe it just opens up the market for more formats. But the problem is I don't want to make a hard change to Magic. Especially when sideboarding online is so fast anyway. It doesn't really matter. Right? Like click, 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 it's over. No shuffling, no switching of the cards. You do it manually, it's done. We could, instead of being 2 minutes, make it 1 minute, whatever. For the big events. Make it fast. But for the big competitive tournaments, I don't know. The best example that I have is the Player of the Year playoff from this year. That was 100%, for sure, their test run of a high competitive tournament in this format, right? It was so weird when Seth was like, so the format is I pick 4 decks, all game ones, I get a free side, a free mulligan, and go. And so, did I hear shill? What? All right, sorry, I can't keep up with everything. But anyway, so I'm gonna finish this. So when he told me about this, I was like, that's a very weird format. But my Player of the Year playoff was also super weird. It was 12 packs sealed and the standard deck we played in the tournament. So I'm like, whatever, they're just doing weird stuff. I don't know why. That's just they're doing that for the playoff. And then when I heard about Arena and Best of One and it all started clicking, it's like, oh, this was just their test run for a tournament structure. One that I did not find that interesting at all, personally. So it scares me that this is a way to go. That's true. I had to play a best of a best or a 12-pack sealed with Guillaume Matignon. Yeah, that's the thing, Squires. So big tournaments might be kind of fun this way, but I think that the magic kind of stagnates in best of one. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but that's up to it. So, Joel, you're going to be writing about this. How soon would your article go up? Let's plug the Joel Larson content. Oh, your article about this is already out? I thought you said you were going to write an article about it. I thought you were writing an article about it. You've already written it. Oh, that changes things. Well, where can we find it, Joel? For anyone out there that doesn't read Joel Larson's stuff, where can you find it? I don't think you can send a link, though. Maybe put a space. Here, I'll give you a quick mod so you can link it real quick. Yep, I just need to give him permission. Just mod him real quick. You can give people permission without modding? How do I do that? Oh, Rock for Life almost in fast enough. Yeah, for sure. So everyone go give... No, you're unmodded. Oh, allow Joel Larson? That's really cool. Or permit name. That's awesome. It was a good run while you had it. But yeah, go give that article a read and voice your opinions in his comments. I believe he would like that. But for me, that is the show. We played some Best of One. We talked about Best of One. I am going to now, until the MPL meeting in Seattle in... Wow, I leave in 11 days. That's exciting. I can't wait. It's so much fun. I haven't flown... Wow, I haven't flown either back home to see family or to play in a Magic tournament in 5-6 years or something. And to think that even though it's Magic, it's not, right? I'm not taking cards. It's going to be like 5 days of like hanging out and working and doing some really cool things with a lot of people. Like I'm getting excited. I'm getting excited about that. But anyway, I hope everyone enjoyed the conversation that we have had, and I am going to look for someone to raid because I have a ton of work still to do. Now, I want to make some announcements before I go, though. Before we get into that, I will be doing the streamer event on the 16th. Wizards of the Coast is providing me with an account for the day to use that is fully loaded. So we're going to have a lot of fun. We might play a little limited, but at the end of the day, my brother is going to be joining me on stream, and we're going to be playing some Standard. Plus, we have a pretty cool announcement that I have been excited and I'm still working on. Yeah, Joel, take care. Thanks for coming in and hanging out. I am announcing an announcement. I am, because that is the way to do things. But, so that, look out for that tournament. But until then, I am going to be doing some streams, hanging out, having some fun. Once Ravnica Allegiance comes out, we are going to get to work and try to figure out Standard. That is going to be the goal. Transitioning from that stream, I will be streaming 1 or 2 more times before Ravnica Allegiance comes out. And again, we're just going to hang out. Next stream, we might play some Limited or something and just have fun. But I still have one more stream to do for the week. And then after that, I'll get revved up, get a schedule, get all that. After the MPL, we'll know so much more. We'll have the announcements of everything, hopefully, that Wizards provides us. And then this stream will get way more structured. We will have a schedule. We will have plans. We will have things that we're doing. Thank you for being along with all the slow process of just setting it up, getting, me getting more comfortable being in these streamings situations. one hold pause for Joel. Joel has the new 32 with the streaming contract attached to it forced to look differently at secrecy regarding constructed prior to the Pro Tour? That is a great question, Joel. I personally, yes, a lot of us have been talking about that and figuring it out. I think secrecy is going to be less so, but there still will be some right at the end, right? Like, I'm going to pretty much be open-faced testing until like the last week. And in the last week, when we meet in live, actually hold cards for a while and get used to doing that. That'll be when like the metagaming happens. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to be more exploratory with their stuff, and then they'll go there. Now, some teams that have MPL members might not play constructed and just play limited the entire time when they're streaming leading up to Pro Tours until the Pro Tour's over. I think that's going to be a mistake because I don't want to just sit here and play limited. I want to explore the formats with y'all. Yes, it is going to be great for Magic. I definitely could see explaining a team testing process. I'll have to run it by everyone. But what's really weird is over half the team is in the MPL. KMC Genesis has been working with Ultimate Guard for the last 2 Pro Tours, and 4 members of Ultimate Guard and 4 members of KMC are in the MPL. So, and I believe they all are doing this. Yeah, everyone's doing the streamer thing too. So that is pretty funny, actually. Yeah. So it is a conversation topic that we've been having, and secrecy is kind of thrown out the window. It just doesn't work really in Magic. There's so many people working hard. The difference between the best players in the world and the next couple levels below that are way closer than they used to be, and so the secrecy doesn't really work that well. I mean, by week 3, I played. Seth Manfield won the Pro Tour with the week 1 Star City Games winning strategy of Sultai. And then I played Boros Angels to a second place finish at a Grand Prix, and it was week 1 in the SCGs. That stuff just like one of the biggest mistakes. I'll leave on this. One of the biggest mistakes I've seen pro teams do is they're like, so you're saying, pretend this is a whiteboard, okay? Pretend this is a whiteboard. So you're saying Golgari, Selesnya, Boros, and Jeskai, and Izzet Drakes are all the decks that people are playing the format. All right, let's scratch those out. What other decks can we play? And that's where Blue-Green Karn comes from. Oh. I apologize, Team Shadow Fireball. I don't. That deck was bad. Oh. But anyway, let's find someone to stream over. Hey, Sindo 5, thank you. Cheers 100. Had to make sure you got something back from this stream before it ends, even if it's just a little. I still think good streamers should get at least one donation for entertaining us for so many hours on that. Thank you so much, and thank you for everyone that subscribed today as well. I do appreciate it. But I think that is BBD streaming right now? I think he is. Brian Brown my best friend. Oh, wow. Thank you so much, KO Owns, for 1,000 bits. That's thank you so much. Honestly, it's anything that's given is going right back into everything that I'm working on. Odie Eve, you then have to go back and watch the last part if you were looking in. I did like Ginger's list. It was great. But yeah, so KO Owns. Oh, I'm so bad at usernames. Thank you so much for that. Midi-Ease with the 10 bits. Hey, instead of giving me the 10 bits, I would just appreciate your help after this on the back end with a lot of stuff that I'm going to be doing. That would be much appreciated because I really do want to get the Discord out here soon. I'm excited about that community. And thank you for the chat. I have to say, I do appreciate these bit donations, but I just want to say that one of the things that was daunting about starting the stream was the community. I didn't know how much I had to be on. I didn't know how judgmental when I made mistakes. And I have to say, from the bottom of my heart, you have all been amazing people. And I look forward to more streams. I've had the most wonderful time so far. It's motivating me to keep working on things and keep growing things and keep setting down a foundation for this year. It's been a wonderful experience. Yeah, Mideast, thanks. Yeah, this chat was fantastic. This community is amazing, and you all have been super awesome. So, and I thank you and all my mods that are still in here. I want to keep that. If don't be too aggressive to anyone that comes in. If something happens, just communicate with them about things. I don't want to be exclusive, and but I don't want to tolerate negativity either. But anyway. Yeah, head Foncho. No, I'm smiling ear to ear. If I didn't have more work that I got to get done today, I'd keep going. But I'm kind of done with the magic. I enjoyed the chat, but we've been chatting for quite a long time already. So I don't know when my next stream is going to be, but there will be one. And if the weekend format is super fun, you might see me in there as well. All right, Reckless Express. I think with the 500-bit donation... thank you so much for that. I feel like I should keep rambling. It feels like a moment where I should keep talking about something. No, I'm kidding. Thank you so much, everyone. This truly means a lot to me. It's amazing. But let's take this. Let's bottle up all of this momentum and fun, and let's take it over to my good friend Brian Brown Dewin, who is streaming what looks to be some green deck with Llanowar Elves, but it looks like an angel deck. It's Selesnya, it's not Golgari. So let's go over there, have some fun with him. I'm going to set up the raid now. Thank you for everything. I will see you later this week. And for now, let's go hang out with BBD for a little bit. Again, thank you so much. This was a wonderful day. All right, queue it up. I don't know how a raid works. It says 9 seconds and people are queuing, but I don't think they actively do. I think y'all just get pushed into it. So we will go. Thanks again, everyone. Have a wonderful day.